Welcome to Mars, 5 billion years into the future. I'm one of the last human beings on a planet that is slowly dying. The efforts to terraform it are falling apart as the planet grows hotter, and there just aren't the human beings to adjust for things like water loss, vegetation. There's almost nothing here alive on the planet. These dead brushes are one of the only sources of wood. The other are mine shafts like these, long abandoned for countless eons. They're also my only possible source of food, as these storage containers possess the only sources of food possible in this world right now. Well, one of. We'll get into that later. Luckily, I do find one. I can take the melon seeds and plant them eventually. Ah, another one. Excellent. And another one. And a fourth one. This mine shaft is a fantastic find. These wood planks are, so far, my only source of wood. I have no weapons, so I'll have to be extremely careful. Also have no armor. Thankfully, there's enough air to breathe, though the atmosphere is growing thinner year by year. I'm going to have to scavenge enough string from these spider webs to create a bed, because without armor and food, I will not survive the night. So I collect everything I can find. I can hear the spiders of a spawner nearby, but I've collected enough string to create a bed. Dirt itself is as precious as gold. I harvest it wherever I can find it. Because Mars never experienced erosion like Earth does. Its soil, and I'm using air quotes, is little more than sharp pieces of glass. Very abrasive. Very harmful if breathed in. So in a cave, where I'm safe for now, and I can light up my environment, I create a little makeshift farm and plant my melon seeds. Finally, I can target it. Oh god, this is what I was afraid of. But I am hunted at night. I'm trying to find rotten flesh. At least until I have some fresh melon slices. If I get lucky, I might even get a potato or carrot. Perhaps even an iron ingot. But I do not appear to be lucky. The night sky is beautiful. It's tinged a little pink from the dust high in the atmosphere. Ah, my first fresh food. This will have to do for now. Even though melons have terrible saturation, you have to eat a dozen of them every hour or so. Again, I harvest dirt wherever I can find it. I'm going to need as much as I can possibly find if I'm to bring this world back to life. Because you can't grow anything really in the red sands of Mars. The night sky is beautiful. It's not our moon that we're seeing. It's the ancient asteroid and dwarf planet known as Ceres. In your time, it was in the asteroid belt. The terraformers long ago moved it into orbit around Mars in an attempt to restart the Martian core. While not entirely successful, the gravitational push and pull of the large asteroid on the interior of Mars has given it more of a molten interior. In fact, early terraformers burrowed down into the interior and built transporters to the surface. I've yet to find any. Perhaps we'll get lucky one day. I began on my exterior farm in earnest, planting all the dirt that I've found so far, and even come across one of the few remaining humans on Mars, a wandering trader. My heart soars as I realize they actually buy buckets of water and baked potatoes for emeralds, because there are no emeralds available in this biome. So I can't mine any emeralds. There are mythical trial chambers, I believe they're called, where I can find emeralds, but without a villager to point the way, I'll just have to get extremely lucky, I suppose. I need more buckets to capture water, hopefully get more emeralds. I don't have any baked potatoes yet. Well, apparently that's it. He only buys 2 buckets of water, so I'm stuck with 4 emeralds. I had to ask him a question. Now I'm going to build what I refer to as a super smelter, but it's really just a regular smelter for most people. All right, let's place some more dirt. Fortunately, I'm putting a line of dirt right up next to my potato farm. I'll later have to change that. Yeah, because there's not going to be any light source between my potatoes and my pumpkins. So everything needs to be moved a row over. It's going to be real pretty at night, though, all lit up. Things are really starting to take off now, though. Oh. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to have to shift everything over one row. Which means this row has to go to make room for irrigation and lighting. And it also means I've got to move these pumpkins over one row, because this is going to be potatoes right here. And of course that also means I'm going to have to move over the interior irrigation and lighting, the center block. Finally, the last crop that I have to grow is sugarcane. And while there aren't any chickens, so pumpkin pie's off the menu, I'm sure I'll find a use for the paper that it produces. if nothing else, you can always make rockets out of it. A little gunpowder, a little paper. Now I'm making a bone meal producer. Go, some composters. And voila. Now I can turn all these wonderful, useless pumpkin seeds into bone meal, along with the extra sugar cane that I have. Oh, without an iron golem or villagers to produce iron golems, I'm going to have to gather iron the old-fashioned way and mine it. So I'm down here, well, I was down there at level 16. As fate would have it, I did find a carrot killing zombies at night. So now I got to turn that one carrot into more. Hopefully without placing torches everywhere. Now I'm leaving my mining trip. I love the night sky. It's so beautiful. I love that pink color. It's right after sunset. It will get darker and bluer, especially as it gets deeper into the night, but for right now, it's just gorgeous. And the view from this point on sunrise is amazing. I really want to build my house here just for that sunlight reflecting on the water. There's a couple creepers there too. Yep. So now to beautify this, I'm enclosing it in glass. Got my irrigation and my lighting down here, so everything will be very nicely illuminated at night. Speaking of, uh, speaking of trapdoors, I have cleared out pretty much all the nearby mines of their wood. Now I'm off to hunt a few diamonds. Hunt? I don't know, you don't hunt diamonds. I guess you mine them. But we're finally making some progress. So yeah, grass block is going to be really hard to come by though. I think the only way I can get a grass block in this world is if I get one from a wandering trader, and not directly. I have to get a moss block and then create the grass block. Some bone meal on the moss block. Just trying to make sure this diamond doesn't fall into the lava here. There's a lot of lava pockets. Thank God. Well, that's it. That's about it for now. I just realized that my pumpkin ceiling that I was gonna enclose in trapdoors is kind of obscuring my view of the water. So I was gonna put my house right about here because of the view. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, those pumpkins are right in the way. Hmm. Okay, I might have to relocate my house plants because that view was a big part of. I was gonna put it there. Um, I could put the house here and flood this inlet. You know, extend the lake. That would look pretty good. What y'all think? Yeah, there's no fish in those waters, so it's not like I actually need source blocks or anything. Um, yeah, that would work. That would work. All right. So that's about it for now. I'm probably gonna do my best to create a spawner and get some zombie villagers and perhaps cure them if I can. I don't know. I've got to do some research into that. But that would be a great way to actually have some villagers in this world because there's no villages. Uh, and I don't want to rely on wandering traders because so far all I found was a pale oak sapling. Um, and I wasted a stack and a half of bone meal on that. I didn't realize you had to have four of them, and I don't have nearly enough emeralds to get four. So I will catch you all later. Please tune in next episode. We're going to beautify some things, build a house.